This week on Sailing with the Jameses, we are headed out to the Great Barrier Reef, to one of the most spectacular reefs we have ever seen. Hi, we're the James family.
Are you sick of your day-to-day life? Ever thought about doing something different?
Well, we did just that.
We bought an unfinished aluminium catamaran and we're fixing her up as we sail around the world.
Come along for the journey and click subscribe.
Daddy? Mommy? Charlie?
Last week, we left the Whitsundays and continued north up the eastern coast of Australia. Today, we are headed out to the Great Barrier Reef, to our particular one called John Brewer Reef. We are stopping overnight at one of the islands and continuing on tomorrow morning to John Brewer. Today the weather is slightly rough and it's easing off through the night, and the weather for the next few days is predicted to be glass out conditions. We were having an absolute awesome time on the sail, punching into the waves, bouncing up and down, having a great time, and the best part was that Emma was handling the weather like an absolute champ. We met some friends at the anchorage, and these friends happened to be avid palm tree climbers with the proper climbing safety gear for harvesting coconuts.
Timber!
Did you know that more people are killed each year from falling coconuts than sharks? So for safety reasons, no one is allowed under the palm tree while the coconuts are being harvested.
Okay, get another one. You drink that.
Here's the coconut. There we go.
We pour the coconut water into a big bowl, and then when we have enough liquid, we pour it into an old wine bottle. The next morning, we pull the anchor and get on our way to the destination. Good morning! So today we are headed out to the Great Barrier Reef.
Not the ordinary barrier reef, not the okay barrier reef, the Great Barrier Reef. So yeah, we heard there's underwater art and that at John Brewer Reef, so we're gonna head out there. But it's been blowing a bit lately, and we've been stuck sort of tucked in a bay, and the wind's dropped off today, but the swell hasn't quite abated yet, so we're struggling to sail. There's enough wind to sail with the screecher and the main, but because we're bucking and kicking and carrying on like a chook, it doesn't, it can't quite hold the wind and shape the sails enough in the soft wind. So we've got one engine ticking over just to help us get out there.
This is the first time we're going back to the reef since we used to have camps.
Since we worked on the reef,
Yeah.
So me and Kate actually met on dive boats out of Cairns, so yeah, we're both ex-dive instructors and stuff, so we're looking forward to it. It's been a while since we've been out to the reef. We've been hanging around the fringing reefs around the island rather than the platform reefs out off the coast here, so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Go and check it out.
So excited. And today we've got our selection of lures, so we're going to put the rod out, and we've got the hand line here, and for the hand line we're going to use the spoon, and we also have a weight attached to the spoon, so it's on a long lead. And then we've got this 2-meter deep diver for the rod. So our trusty steed has left us
Yes, we lost the redhead. So we're going to have to get some more, or the Qantas lure, or whatever you'd like to call it.
Yeah.
But we actually made some friends last night, and we're going to head out to the reef together. And we're doing a great fish off. See who can catch a fish on the way out today. So the pressure's on, my dear. Let's see how we go. I got all the confidence in the world.
Yeah. If we had our redhead, I think we would win.
Yeah.
The redhead got snapped off, and this metal wire was completely straightened. So whatever it was that we had on the line would have been a good feed, but it did give up a really good fight, and the metal bit was just completely straightened out. So we are on to our number 2, which is also really good. The Great Fish Off starts. Our lucky lure was a Halco Deep Diver Redhead. We refer to the redhead lures as Qantas lures because they share the same colors as the Australian airline Qantas. We ran with our number 2 lure today, which is also a Halco Deep Diver, and she performed beautifully, pulling in a shark mackerel. The name shark mackerel comes from a distinctive ammonia smell when the fish is cleaned, but that smell disappears when cooking.
It does smell.
Last week we also lost our reel. It had been acting up for a few weeks prior, and when we caught a fish on it the other day, it decided it didn't want to work anymore. But the good thing is that we had another reel on board, so we swapped it to our trolling rod, which is what we ran with today. Having trouble seeing the reef up ahead? Here's an insider's trick. Polarized sunglasses. They allow you to see the reef a lot clearer and bommies a lot better. And if you hold up your sunnies to your camera, it'll turn your footage from good to amazing. When we arrived at John Brewer Reef, we headed for the End Lagoon on the northeastern side that holds the Museum of Underwater Art. There are moorings for vessels up to 11 meters in there, and the lagoon is roughly 16 meters deep with an all sandy bottom. We found a nice sandy patch, dropped the anchor, and had great holding. In 2020, the Museum of Underwater Art became the first underwater museum in Australia and the Southern Hemisphere when it installed the coral greenhouse at John Brewer Reef. The sculptures not only serve as a unique attraction for visitors, but also function as artificial reefs, providing habitat for marine life and promoting coral growth. Each sculpture showcases a renowned marine scientist or conservationist, highlighting their significant contributions to reef protection. The reef was so healthy and beautiful, and very much alive and active, that we ended up staying for much longer than we originally planned. The only reason we left the reef was because of a blow coming through, and we were heading in to one of the islands to seek shelter at one of the anchorages. On our way, we stopped at Lodestone Reef, as it's only 4 nautical miles away from John Brewer. We dropped the anchor in a sandy patch and spent a few hours at the new reef before continuing on to a sheltered anchorage for the blow coming through. Thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying our videos and would like to help support us making videos and content, consider becoming a Patreon. The link is in the description below. And don't forget to click those like and subscribe buttons, and we will see you all next week.